I Married a Monster is the title of one of the most recent videos of a young lady here on YouTube called The Trophy Wife. I am a follower of hers. I've been following her for almost 2 years. And for those of y'all that aren't familiar, she makes content about securing a provider husband, and she gives dating tips and everything like that. So the reason I'm making this video, I know on Friday she posted a video that was very triggering. I remember I was at work. I was on my lunch break when I saw her video. And the video is very, disturbing what happened in her life. And so to make a long story short, her husband, his own children, violated their two daughters, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Now, like I said before, her content is about finding a provider husband, having a husband that provides financially for you. And she gives tips like, hair tips, tips on, appearance, healing and that sort of thing, and doing the inner work. And so when I came across her video, and like I said before, I had been following her for like almost 2 years. When I came across her video, I was like, and I started listening to what she was saying, I was in shock. I'm going to play a little bit of her video here. And this is her video. Let me turn it up.
Welcome back to my channel.
I know I'm playing it from my phone. And so she's telling, in this video what happened.
Any noise in the background, that's the new baby.
And so let me just pause this right quick. Now, I know in the video also she put up on the screen in words, okay, she talked about red flags. And she put on the screen in words about how, her husband, did something. There were red flags. And I remember when I first looked at the video on Friday, I saw the words, but, I couldn't, make out what the words were saying until I watched another video, and they were saying, the words were talking about how, he violated her very early in their marriage 4 times. And that's like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so this is a big, red flag. But I, am not going to, of course, blame her. It's allegedly, that he did this to her. But, I was praying for her, and I just when I first saw the video, I was like so much in shock. She explained in her video that, she took her daughter to the hospital, and then also she got the daughter is 4 years old, and then she has a 2-year-old. So she explained in the video that she had went to the hospital and got her checked, and then the 2-year-old checked, and come to find out, the same thing happened to the 2-year-old. And I just can't wrap my mind that, allegedly he did this to both of his own biological children. Before she got married, she had 2 sons before she married, and she met this guy online, and, they talked from my understanding, and then, she was in a relationship, and then like years later, from my understanding, from what she was saying in videos and on her lives, that they reconnected, her and her husband reconnected. But, I was so much in shock. But I'm going to play some more of the video for you guys. I'm still like in shock. You know, I was praying for her, but um,
I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about,
yeah. So she's talking in the
I
video.
started noticing like certain things changed with him.
Yeah. So
And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like, but I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. Um,
yeah. So she's talking about she thought she can get
it's like
past some
sad to
things.
even
So
say like I
just
could get past some of these things. Um, I don't even know where to start.
So I'm not gonna play the whole video. I'm gonna actually
6
leave a
weeks ago,
link. Oh well, I'll play a little
I
bit more.
was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh, God.
So yeah, I'm not gonna play the whole video, but she goes on to say she asked her daughter and about the situation, and her 4-year-old daughter explained that her daddy had did this to her, and so I was in shock, but I wanted to say when she had flashed the words up on the screen, talking about her husband red flags. I according to the Department of Justice, the U.S. Department of Justice, what he did to his own wife is a form of domestic violence, and I'll leave the link to the definition of domestic violence. It could be physical, it could be sexual, it could be a number of things for that definition of what happened to her. And I got so sad. I prayed for her, but we definitely don't want to blame her. It's all on him allegedly, but I was thinking, she should check like all her children, including the baby. By the way, guys, she just had a baby like 5 months ago. The baby, I want to say, is going on 6 months now. She has a baby son, and then she has 2 older sons that she had before she married him. It's by other people, but she also has the 2 daughters. So she had 3 children by her husband. So she has 5 children total. And, I'm like just still in shock. But, outside of her, just in general, as a word of like caution, you see red flags, time to go. And I remember I was watching one of her videos. I remember she talked about, don't be afraid to walk away. And, definitely don't be afraid to walk away. But, I'm pretty sure, with her situation, there's a lot more to it. With domestic violence, it's control. There's like control issues. But, I want to talk about more so about red flags. And also, guys, if you're like in a relationship, marriage, don't ignore, red flags, walk away. I know, especially as women, society's like, you have to have a man. Oh, something must be wrong with you if you don't have a man, if you're not married, or if you don't have children, there's something must be wrong with you. Society has this high value of, oh, as a woman you must have children, you must be married and stuff like that, which I think a lot of times, this is just as my opinion, I think a lot of times women are like, yes, I have to have this to be accepted in society. There's a lot of like pressure, to have children, to be married. And, a lot of times people will get into relationships or marriages, based on that pressure. And just to say, hey, I'm like married, I don't care if this person is a bad person. I don't care if they beat on me. I don't care if they're a narcissist. I don't care. This is, I'm gonna keep this relationship even though it's not healthy for them. And it's just so sad. And like I said, I told y'all I've been a follower of her. I've been looking at her videos. I've watched a lot of her videos and her lives. Some of her lives are like over an hour long. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here because, I was very sad and wanted to tell people, hey, look, don't ignore, red flags, and sometimes some flags could be some long, doggone covered blankets. Just a red flag is sometimes an understatement. It's like wow. But yeah, I just feel so sad for the whole situation. And allegedly her husband actually did this. But yeah, I'm just gonna play this little part, and I'm gonna link the video down below.
So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
But yeah, it's just, I just hate that this even happened, allegedly, considering her content and everything. And yeah, I've been praying for her and everything, but